Knowing what's possible and not taking action of it is way more painful for me than getting any kind of rejection. To me, it's like, yo, what do I stand for as a man? And what I actually want my life to look like, right? You have like 3-4 hours a day really to do you. Like realistically, right? So for a very long time, I was in this gray area where I'm not sure what to do. Clearly, my reference experience shows that it doesn't get any better. If you think it's gonna get better, I'm gonna tell you no, it's not. The only way it's gonna get better if you take action towards the goals that you established, right? And even out of those people, very often, in my experience, people don't have clear goals, right? If I make a goal, in next 5 years, I wanna get rich. Like, that doesn't make sense because it's not measurable, right? So for me, I have to measure what my goal is. What I want is not necessarily what all of you want. And that's completely fine because we are all unique and different. Each of our DNAs are completely random and different, right? They look similar, but they're still different. Oh, Evie, I don't know what I like. I like music, I want to be a DJ, and I also like acting, and fashion school is really awesome. Great. Here's what I want you to do. Set aside the amount of money that you need to live, right? What would that be? Like 3, 5K, whatever, a month, right? With like a cool place to live in, how much money do you need? This much, right? If I'm gonna tell you, and most of the motivational speakers online do the same thing. Follow your passion, it's all gonna work out, it's all gonna be great. Well, 99% of the time it's not true. And it's working out for 1% of people that made it, and now everybody else is following kind of that path. The better approach is just doing that smart. Take action, be passionate about it, but be also smart about it. Now, if you're stuck for 8-10 hours a day on the same shitty job, that's awesome. What are you doing with your free time? I think you're not doing as much as you possibly can. First of all, at the job, do you have time to listen to music? Do any of you can plug in headphones, like AirPods? Is it allowed at your workplace? Yeah. For who it's not allowed? Okay, so for most people it is, right? So thing number one that you can do is have a job, pick an easiest job to pay your bills, basically. That is not gonna be your career, I hope. And the one where you can have an AirPod in your ear so you can listen to audiobooks or podcasts. Because again, if you don't know what to do, somebody already thought of the idea that you already have. Everything that Elon Musk is doing, probably at some point somebody already thought of it. The reason why Elon Musk is Elon Musk, because he's actually doing it. Have you guys heard ever Gary Vee saying, I don't care about sharing any of my business ideas? Yeah. Why? Because nobody's going to take action on them. Who are you role modeling, right? Like, you gotta have a role model. The life that you want, somebody already has it, probably. There are outliers like Elon Musk, right? People that are not normal and just did something crazy. Their brain works differently, right? What can I tell you guys, and what are like the simple few things that I can tell you guys to get the ball rolling? If ball is already rolling, awesome. Now you have extra 3 things that you can do to improve your performance. I believe more than half. I would say 80% probably. Like, if you combine all those things together, you're like a different person essentially. And you're projecting completely different energy on people. With that being said, there needs to be like some kind of steps that you need to take to gonna get the ball rolling, right? Step number 3, basically, after we fixed our nutrition and meditation, What's next? Most important thing like in ever that's left. One of the key things.
Sleep.
Sleep, of course. Are you sleeping in a dark room? If you do sleep in a dark room, do you get a lot of sun when you wake up, meaning during the day? If you read the book like Ultramind Solutions, it's gonna make you start thinking about other areas of your life. Now, we bettered our nutrition, so now we get all the right minerals, like vitamins. Now we give our brain good fuel, right? That's the only thing I really care about, giving good fuel. For me, it starts with simple steps, right? I was 7-8% body fat my whole life until 2 years ago when I was going through breakup with my ex. I just started overeating instead of, like I replaced basically eating with like alcohol and drugs that I was doing while that breakup was happening, right? So I got out of shape, so now you don't see the six packs anymore, right? But it's gonna take me probably like 2 months to get back in it, so I didn't really care that much. I know, okay, if I didn't make a decision, 2-3 months, I'm good, right? So one of the first things that I started changing for myself, I know I'm not gonna go and start working out every day. Most important thing when you make these goals is like don't start on Monday doing everything all together, because what's gonna happen on Tuesday, you're not gonna do anything. New Year's resolution, who did New Year's resolution? Who already fell off? There's one guy for sure here who's just like, oh, I didn't make I made resolutions, but I fell off. And it's totally fine, by the way. Most people, like, including me, if I make some goal, high chance I'm not gonna do it, right? So, the reason why is simply because you just do everything on Monday, starting Monday, and do everything together. And then let's do this thing, and then, I should stretch. That should be a goal. Yeah, I should stretch, do meditation, and eat clean. Now I'm gonna spend 3 hours preparing my food and do all that. You're not gonna last, right? So what I did myself is like, okay, 1 meal a day will be healthy. Good change, right? Now, because I do intermittent fasting, now 50% of my food is clean. Right? Pretty cool. So we're making steps in the right direction. We can add gym to it. Now we're feeling a lot better. We're adding meditation to it, feeling a lot better. That just spins that thing in your brain that makes you just want to take action in general. How many of you want to take action after eating like full pizza pie? I want to take the least amount of action possible. Preferably, I'm eating already in my bed, so all I have to do is just like move the box and just like turn over, hopefully, right? Hopefully that's all I have to do. So clearly nutrition is a big part of it. You have like 3-4 hours a day really to do you, like realistically, right? And spend your work time, the job that you hate, if there is that job, and I assume there is, just simply because I figured that a lot of people are not actually happy with what they do. And my biggest fear when I was like growing up, when I was 15, was like, I need to find something that I like. I'm not gonna coach tennis. I'm either playing professionally or I'm doing something else, right? So with 3-4 hours that you have left, what we can do, right? Let's say you don't know what you like. Well, you listen to a bunch of smart people, smart, successful people on a bunch of different podcasts and books. At least you have different areas and different ideas about different areas that you can pursue. Like, I'll ask you, what are the 3 skills that you can build on? If you have a dream of becoming a DJ and you are 50 and you don't have any musical skills, you can't build on that skill. Now, not to say that this guy that opened KFC, he was like 67 and that was like his first opportunity that was good. That's an outlier. Who knows? I always leave room for things to change. Because I also realized when I was 15, my goals were completely different and my perception of life was completely different. So whatever I'm thinking right now, I know that in 10 years, I probably will be thinking maybe in similar direction, but maybe different. So I leave that room. happiness for most people is just your peers, basically, and I would actually put it at number one personally. Who cares if you have Lambo, penthouse here in Miami, and you go to the best clubs if you have no peers to share that with?